What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. I am outside enjoying a Father's Day weekend, and I got a package right before we left. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into this because I know I've got more knives. We're just going to do an unboxing. Without further ado, though, let's head to the top down. All right, so I think there are 5 knives in here, so this might be a fairly decent length unboxing, but we're going to be using the Real Steel Rocket that I have carried with me this weekend. I used it earlier tonight to cut up some ribs and some chicken, so I got to clean it all up, but this has been one of my new go-tos. Really loving this thing. I don't have the backside of who the sender. This came from Lefty EDC. I'm part of the pass around group there, so I don't have the backside blocked off, so I'm going to take this off screen real quick and cut open, and then from there we'll go ahead and bring it back up top. But I'm enjoying an absolutely lovely evening outside here in Southeast Washington. Got to go home and visit with family for Father's Day and just have some good time. All right. Oh, okay. I knew what 2 of these were. I couldn't remember what the other ones were, and now I remember because I'm seeing them right here. So we've got, I believe, 3 Real Steels. We've got a Kershaw and a Rosecraft, if I remember correct. Yes. All right. So there's the Kershaw, the Rosecraft, and the 3 Real Steels. Let's go ahead and start with, I'm going to set the Real Steels off to the top here. We'll go ahead and start with the Rosecraft and the Kershaw. Pull this bad boy out. And I don't remember exactly which Rosecraft this is. Beaver Creek Barlow. And oh my goodness, that is a beautiful... I fully understand why Rosecraft puts this on here because this is their knife. I don't want the RC on there on my version because then I feel like it's initials for somebody. But man, Rosecraft has such sweet traditionals, and this is beautiful. The finish on this knife, this is the second Rosecraft slip joint I've had in the last month or so. And Rosecraft does not make expensive. I mean, they do make expensive slip joints, but their slip joints are usually fairly affordable. And this one right here, I think, falls in that affordability category. This is going to be the Rosecraft Beaver Creek Barlow, and this is the smoky gray version right here. I will go ahead and put links to these below. If they're Amazon links, they support our channel. If they're not, they're just for you to check out. This thing's a little bit small. On the small side, but it's a good size. It's not like a bad size. It's just D2 steel coming through here, so nothing crazy fancy about it or anything. You've got a steel back spring right here, and then I don't know what kind of wood this is, but you've got that smoky gray color to it that they called out there, and it's pretty nice. I really like this traditional. Nice little swedge at the top here, feels good. Good little nail nick. Got a little bit of gunk on it. We'll try and clean that up before we send it on to the next person. Got a little bit of a nail nick right there to help open and deploy. You don't really need it because you've got enough on the hilt of the blade, not the hilt, the nose of the blade right here is the swedge starts to come down, but you can use that nail nick all day if you want to. Awesome. All right, so there's the Rosecraft. The first one, we'll go ahead and pull that to the side. Now let's get this Kershaw out of here. This is another, I believe this is a USA one. This is the Heist G10 and S35. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah. Access lock Kershaw right here. This thing's a lot lighter than I anticipated, and that is a really good feel. This is not a USA-made Kershaw, though. This is a China-made Kershaw, I believe. Yeah, it says China right there. Hopefully you can see that. I'm using my phone. I don't have my normal setup here, so this is going to be a little bit, apologies if things look like they're out of focus or whatnot. Oh, I really dig that. They did a two-tone on the backspacer, not backspacer, on the pillars. So you've got kind of the gray and then the blue in the center. That looks cool. And then a solid blue on the bottom right here. Ambidextrous clips. You can flip that over. Just a steel clip. Looks like a lot of... Wow. That is a very strong clip. Almost too strong. It's not a recessed clip, so it's actually going to kind of sit above. But you can flip it over if you want. You've got a nice little lanyard hole right there as well. And then the access lock is something that we know and love and have all used and can appreciate with that right there. I really like the look of the knife quite a bit actually too, and I like that pivot, that triangular pivot right there. It looks like a captive. And then yeah, S35VM, CPM S35VN steel right there. This thing is sweet. I like that. I'm curious what Kershaw is selling there. So it's China, S35VN, G10, access lock. I'm going to throw out a number, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say this one's probably coming in between 130 and 180. I'm going to say between 130 and 180 that this one's coming in at. Fully dependent on Kershaw and what they think. I'm going to put these two, wrap these two back up a little bit more and put them to the side, because we'll do another video, a full video on both of these knives, but we've seen enough of them. These are the ones that I've really been dying to look at. So this is the Lux series. Hopefully you can see all three of those on there. Here, maybe we'll do it like this. Yeah, you can see all three of those on there right there. This is the Lux series from Real Steel. We have the Solus, we have the Luna, there's the Luna Lux, the Stella Lux, and the Solus Lux. And these are all Poltergeist Works designed knives, and they're all more slip joints. So stack these to the side. We'll go ahead and start with the Luna. And the Luna is actually I've seen the Luna before. I believe he has a locking version of the Luna as well. I think Poltergeist has a locking version. I could be wrong, but I think Poltergeist does have a locking version of the Luna, and then these three are all slip joint versions. But not only are they slip joint versions, here's all the specs for the knife if you want to go ahead and pause there and take a look at it. We'll go through this a little bit more in the actual full length, but not only are these slip joints, but they're all G10 construction slip joints. So these things are pretty fantastic. And you've got kind of that 45. It's not a full half stop. You've got 3/4 or quarter if you're coming up. Stop right there, kind of that 45-degree angle. Makes for opening and closing a little bit easier. But this thing is ridiculously light. But the back spring is all G10. The clip is all G10 as well. This is a full-on G10 knife as it comes through here, and it's kind of fantastic, to be honest. It's pretty sweet. And then you've got K110 on the steel. You can see the K110 right there. We do have the Poltergeist design logo right there, and the K110 as well right there, so you can see that. But Poltergeist has got some pretty sweet things. I have two Poltergeist knives, not from Real Steel, from Boker, and I really, really like them. And so this is, Poltergeist has got some pretty sweet stuff that they're making. So I'm excited to handle these and check them out a little bit more. That's the Luna. We'll go ahead and I'm going to close this, keep it out, and set it on the box up top. This one right here is going to be the Stella. So the Luna is more of the drop point version, and it's a little bit smaller. It's not going to be a huge knife, but it's yeah, it's got a really good fit feel to it. The ergos on this are pretty nice. You've got a good kind of chamfering around the top and bottom there. Not contoured scales. It's almost a little too small, but it's I think for what you're going to use a slip joint for like this, it's actually pretty. It's a good size. Go ahead and pull the Stella out. This is the OD green Stella. See if we can get through the paperwork. And there's the knife. Sweet. That's what we want to see. So Luna over to the side. Put the Stella box up here. This one has a little bit more in the handle. This one, yeah. Okay, I like this handle a lot more already. I really like when there's a bend to the hilt of the handle right there, and it fits my hand so much better and feels like it just locks in place. Whether it's a locking knife or not, I very much prefer to have a little bit of a kind of bend in the handle. I just think you get better grip on it, and you're able to then hold it a lot better that way. Still K110, still Poltergeist design in the Lux series right here, and still full-on G10 construction coming through here. This is pretty epic. This clip doesn't feel quite as springy as the other one, but still sturdy. Not reversible. So those clips are not reversible. They are going to be one-sided. And you have this cool little kind of milled out spot coming off the pivot here, which is just ergos, and it actually, well, I mean, you can actually get a really good pinch point right there if you want to hold it. You can hold to pinch through here. You're not going to want to, because of this, you're not going to hold here. You do have a good half stop or a quarter stop as you come through right there, so you're not going to catch yourself. You're not going to cut yourself as easily when you're doing a close there, which is nice. But this OD green is full G10 construction. That's pretty epic, to be honest. I've never seen a G10 slip joint, and I was excited to look at these because when I saw Lefty's video about the G10 construction, I was curious to see how they actually turned out, and they feel pretty fantastic, and they look cool too. Oh, this one didn't have a... Oh, there's a small lanyard spot. I was gonna say this one didn't have a lanyard spot. The Luna had a lanyard spot right there. The Stella has a little lanyard spot here, but I hate, if you're gonna use lanyards, that's not enough. I don't use lanyards, so I'm not really too worried about it, but you need something more like this if you're gonna do lanyards. And this is the Solus. So this is gonna be the sheep's foot Solus coming through over here. Purple G10 as well. Absolutely centered in here. Another Poltergeist design, K110. This one's, you know, I don't know which one's gonna be. I think I like the Solus more. That kind of surprises me. I thought I would like this one more because it has the bigger handle, but I like the feel of this. I think the way these are chamfered and the way this kind of notches at the bottom like that, I like this one a lot more. These are also really ridiculously reasonably priced. So these are G10 and K110 for the steel. So G10 construction and K110 for the steel. And they're coming in at about $60 on Real Steel's website. And I believe there's a couple codes floating around for Real Steel. Lefty EDC saves you $15, which is 25% on a $60 knife. So that's pretty epic. But it's going to be the Luna, the Stella, and the Solus from Real Steel. We also had a Rosecraft and the Heist from Kershaw. I don't have much else to say, but there will be a full video on all 5 of these knives looking out here. Until next time, TTFN.